Hey yo, Trick here. I'm in the training room on my Wizard Thaumaturge. My last setup build for the Mod 33 for the half mod. Just checking out my stats here. Let's take a look at them when they proc. Alright, so you see right there, um, let's see, there it goes. Yeah, so I'm with a Mystic Aura and a Tutor. I will be capped here um, with the stats. So let's go over what I have. So this is just a selfish damage build is what it is. I finally got these stupid pants. So we'll just go over just the selfish damage build and why I just have this on right now. You change it around. But yeah, crit strike helmet, crit sev, the enhancement, crit strike, crit sev with the crit sev enhancement. I put these gloves on for the basically for the crit strike, but with this build, everybody's using these gloves. Um, you can cap the stats, everything but accuracy, pretty easy. I have the power and recharge, and I like to use Ray of Frost, so I have the Ray of Frost mod. I get my daily back without any issues on any boss with Ray of Frost, so I would rather sacrifice a half a percent of damage from not using Chilling Cloud to make sure my daily's up so I get full rotations in. So item level 146,046. It's pretty. This is high as you're gonna get it with the Scintillate set, I believe. You might be able to get it a little bit higher, but not much. Demon Skull. I have the Arma Agon right now. This can be taken off. But the Sealing Parchment for the stamina. I just have this for stats. With a Runic and Mystic Aura, you can take this thing off and then go back to. Oh, I'm still in combat. Let me get out of combat. You can take that off and go to um, the Calamity, but I'm waiting for the 33.5 mod so I can get that the new artifact that has DPS stats. So I'm sticking with Dex and Intelligence right now. I could take this Dex off and throw it to Forte and recharge speed, but I'm just gonna leave it here for the movement speed, and it's not that big of a deal, man. Whatever you guys want to use. So where am I at? I got 2,000 spare points in accuracy or rating left over for the Mystic Aura, and then a little bit, maybe a little over 1,000 for the Pack Tactics. You can change these things around. You can go, you swap these around, it's not a big deal. Um, Devil's Precision and the Giant Slayer for the single target build of the recharge bonus. And for the single target build, we'll just go over this. I'm using Ray of Frost with magic missiles to keep my arc or the arcane mastery stacks up. Just icy rays. And the rotation, as long as the first thing you do is hit repel, you can hit repel. Let's go do this. If you artifact and then repel, you'll get repel back, and then you should be able to get that third repel in right there. It's close, but with lag and things like that, they've got these rotations so down to like 1 millisecond on the PC, but it's not realistic on console. You know, the interaction between the players hitting the buttons on the controller and trying to get three repels in, it's almost fucking impossible with the lag in the dungeon. But sometimes you can get it in. But dude, like, just go for your basic rotation if you're on console. It's really tough trying to squeeze the third repel in. Um, yeah, and I'm on the wood elf. I want to take that. I want to take the wood elf off and go tiefling sometime. But I would have to take this max damage build off. Um, what do I have for boons? Bless resilience, bless advantage. Do not use enhanced application in the new dungeon. As a wizard, you will heal the first boss. Life lessons, bloodlust, everything else, and then lingering medicine. Yeah, I get the lingering medicines on. Um, so companions, I used to flap. Usually like to run tutor. So the selfish damage build, we're just using perfect vision. Um, and then I'm using Celestial's Lion Presence, Raptor, Batiri, Manskin, Neverwinter Night, and this is a selfish damage build. This isn't for playing with your close buddy if you guys are doing debuffs. But the thing about it is, man, is like your DPS. You need to be maximizing your damage before you're worrying about the group damage. And the reason is this: you need to do good damage if you want invites to groups. If you don't have a core set group of players, which I really don't right now, um, you got to keep the damage up. If you get known, if your MO is fucking low damage, like you're just not gonna get invited. People are gonna skip over you. So, I hate to be that person to say, use something selfish, but, use it until you get established people you're playing with. Now, if somebody's using slowed reactions, you could use slowed reactions. You could take perfect vision off, use slowed reaction. 9% accuracy is the same thing as a deflect debuff at 9%. I'm just have it on perfect vision for the stats. If say a healer's running slowed reactions, dude, throw vulnerability on, and give the group, 3.5 to 4% more damage. So, like I said, this is the selfish damage build. I'm using Celestial's Lion Presence. You could easily take this off, and then go maybe um, the Aoth with the 4.5% accuracy and combat advantage. You can take that off, and you'll be low a little bit accuracy, but you can make that accuracy up other ways. You can make that accuracy up by changing your foods around. Right now, I have squash soup and the prime rib, the flask, and the Sun Lords. But yeah, that's your stats, man. You guys got to figure out how to balance your shit. I'm just showing what I'm using. Yes, I am 1.5% short on crit strike. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. You're gonna make a lot of that the damage up, with Celestial's Lion Presence. Um, and then I've had lucky drops on these this week. I got two the combat advantage crit salve ones, and this ugly thing is for item ratings until I get another one of these. But the crit strike, like it's only it's over by like 500. Not a big deal. Most people are over. So I got Providence for the new dungeon, the Artificers, two tacks, Cavalry's Haste, Enchanters, and the majority these are dominants with just a couple brutalities mixed in. I do have all of these um, account bound, and it's one thing I'll tell everybody. Everybody should have a lot of these enchantments now to move your stats around because what's going to happen is if I get into a trial, I'm going to have to dump a lot of these stats because people are going to be running the avian and giving you stats, so you can take uh, some of these things off if you're in a trial group, especially like the Arma Agon. Go back over to Calamity. If you got Calamity plus Parchment, 30% stamina regen. So now let me see.
I
Um,
hope you like jamming too.
the Smolder build for the first boss is really, really good. And what I'm using for the first boss in Master Jotun is, Icy Rays. I have Fanning the Flames on Square, and then I go and Tingly Force, and then Repel, um, Chilling Cloud, and then Critical Conflagration, Swath, and then Directive Flames. And yeah, I know some people are putting Icy Terrain on R1. You know what? No, thank you. Just I hate the cast. I don't like using R1. Even when I'm on, this is my AoE setup for Master Jotun for the ads. Just chilling clouds. I'm just leaving Icy Rays to do max damage on those mob giants. I open with the fireball or my furious immolation. That's basically what I do when I roll up to these guys. If this is just the ads, if I have my, let's go get my daily. Turn that off. Let's see. I'll roll up, hit the daily, fireball, fanning the flames, and then just empty whatever you can. I know I wasn't in range for that artifact. I'm just goofing around right now. But I do, I have the artifact on just for, I'll turn the no cooldowns off. Disable, disable, disable. Okay. I really like to use demo in the new dungeon. Stats won't be, ooh, yeah, anyway. Yeah, the stats will be, or the rating will be 145,000. You throw demo up and then put Night Flame Sensor back over here by Armagon. And then if you're short a little bit, you shouldn't be short many ratings. And if you are short ratings, just take the parchment off and then throw the egg on for this one. So yeah, with the rings, if you guys manage to get these rings, make sure you use your um the secondary enchantments to get the ratings on that. So yeah, damage pants, and then the new combat advantage pants. So anyway, this is trick. Max damage build. You can, like I said, change this around. You can take Celestial's Line Presence off if you want, and then go back to vulnerability. But yeah, hit like, hit subscribe. I'm going to do my paladin tank next. I've got a really, really good setup for this guy. I don't need much more, but maybe one or two companion companion gear. Yeah, I need one companion gear for um my tank dude, and he's completely set up now. especially with the new Shadow Resolve, which I will be using Shattered Resolve on my DPS when Mod 33 point 5 comes out, because I just got this week. Somebody literally had that thing on sale for like only 4 mil on PlayStation, which was, really, really good. That's a good fucking deal. I couldn't turn it down. And then I'm just goofing
I have your
around
back.
on my my wizard here. So this stupid I really like this Voidborn Singularity. I just think it looks cool. I don't have a trail for it or anything. Uh, Somebody had
Go on,
the
speak your mind.
the the level 2 version of this. I was watching the prices for 4 mil for the level 2 on the auction house, and I was like, dude, I gotta get that thing, because the price for this was like 9 mil for the level 3, and it was like 5 or 6 mil for the level 1. And dude, I couldn't pass up for 4 mil for the level 2. I think it looks fucking crazy. But anyway, this is Trick. Hit like, hit subscribe. Thanks, guys.